Spring Boot project is some starter, and when you run the project, it will become config server, admin server. Spring Boot project is some starter. When you run the project, that becomes admin server. Like all are in-memory servers only. Don't expect separate installations like Tomcat, external Tomcat installation, external WebLogic installation, or database software installation. Already you have enjoyed in-memory Tomcat, na? So Eureka server also comes as in-memory server. Admin server also comes as in-memory server. Everything comes as what? In-memory server. Everyone getting my point there or not there? Okay, that's good. You already started the session. Yeah, started the session. Should I stop? Yeah. Let's do this. Yeah, here is my what, guys? 1103. Yeah. Oh, already opened, huh? Chota villain. You already opened it? Yes. No separate installation. There is a concept put dependency. Yes, Akash Patil, you have to put one or other dependency. Jar file you have to put, no option. You have to put the jar file, guys. Nothing. No, I shared screen lately. No, just now I started. I think. Okay, I have one request, guys. Are you busy 9 o'clock tomorrow? Free? What about online students? Online students, online में कौन रहता है? Our online students busy with office. One day, can you manage for one session? Tomorrow, 11 o'clock. I don't want to cancel. I just want to take your session by 9 o'clock. Only tomorrow. One day, Shekawat, one day, please manage. Always free until you get the job. Okay, fine. Don't worry. One day you'll become busy. Okay. Only tomorrow the session will be at 9 o'clock. After tomorrow, again back to old days and regular timings. Okay. Sir, I'm 11 o'clock only. I'm sleeping like anything. 9 o'clock, I will sleep more. That is your karma, right? Okay. Link is same. Everything is same, guys. Okay. Link is same. Everything is same. Don't worry. 1 minute. Now I have to ask admin. When you come here before this, classroom is free or busy? Busy, yeah? Okay. That headache is there. Call the admin. Yeah. రేపు 11కి నాకు కుదరదు 9కి తీసుకోవాలనుకుంటున్నా ఏమన్నా రూమ్ ఫ్రీ ఉందా లడ్డా సార్ ఇదే స్ట్రెంత్ సేమ్ స్ట్రెంత్ 9 o'clock రూమ్ ఫ్రీయా అది మరి సార్ని ఎక్కడన్నా పంపించడం సరే కాదు ఇప్పుడు వీళ్ళకి చెప్పాలి కదా ఈ రూమ్ కాకపోతే వేరే రూమ్ ఏమేం పర్లేదు ఏదో ఒక రూమ్ నాకు ఇవ్వండి కాదు రేపు 9కి ఏదో ఒక రూమ్ ఎక్కడో ఒక రూమ్ అడ్జస్ట్ యా ఫైన్ ఓకే వేర్ ఇస్ దిస్ 1103 guys Spring Boot Cloud Microservices. Okay. Yeah, tell me. Session how much? 4 or 3? 3 overview is over. Cloud 4, 4, 4, 4. Where is 4? No 4. Netflix Eureka server. What is the difference between web server and R&D server in microservice? Web server is to run and execute web applications and RESTful application. Even microservice also RESTful, na? They also should be executed in web server. So that means though you are working in microservice architecture, along with Eureka server, we need web server or application server. Then what is this Eureka server R&D server requirement? This R&D server or Eureka server requirement is what? Putting the microservice in Eureka server. Registering the microservice, nothing else. You are simply going to register the microservice, right? Web server is piece of software that is given to manage and execute what? The bunch of web application website. This is all. This also can be used to deploy and execute what? A RESTful provider application, microservice application. Example what? Tom. Every microservice execution happens in what? Web server, but it must be registered with what? R&D server in order to make it discoverable or communicatable from what? Other microservices. Discoverable or communicatable from other microservice. Okay. So web server will be there because every microservice is RESTful web service. You have to deploy that one. Apart from that, registration is also required. For that registration, we take the support of what? Eureka server. Are you getting my point there, guys? We generally take one R&D server in every microservice architecture project. There will be 100 microservice, but we need only one R&D server. But to deploy and execute each microservice, you may use one embedded server, each microservice, one embedded server. All microservices can be deployed in one external server. That's up to you. If we add Spring Web Starter to the project, then we get embedded Tomcat. If we add Netflix Eureka Server Starter to the project, then we get what? Embedded Eureka Server. What server, guys? Embedded Eureka Server. Are you getting my point? What is the difference between RESTful web service and what? Microservice. Microservice is equal to RESTful web service plus plus. The RESTful web service that is registered with R&D server is called as what? Microservice. That registered with R&D server is called as what? Micros. Every microservice must be registered with R&D server in order to make it discoverable, communicatable from other microservices. As of now, Netflix Eureka server, Apache Zookeeper are two popular R&D servers. Every R&D server is Spring Boot project having what? R&D server dependencies. Don't expect separate installation like what? Tomcat, Wildfly, and etc. The process of keeping or publishing microservice details in R&D server is called what? Registration activity. The process of discovering or fetching microservice details from what? R&D server to establish the communication or interaction between what? Other microservice is called what? Discovery operation. What operation, guys? Registering and discovering. Okay. When we publish different instances of different microservices in R&D server, they look like this or not there. Such service two instances I kept in what? This place. And this is the load factor. Right now, no request now, that's why no load. Order service, how many instances? Two instances. Here host name or what? IP address. Here is my load factor or not there. Here is my what? Load factor. Sorry, you can register one instance, you can register multiple instances. That's up to you, right? How many? Every microservice will have a unique service ID, nothing but project name. Every instance, copy of microservice will have one instance ID will be generated, instance name. Eureka server is in-memory server that is created because of what? Dependencies added to the Spring Boot or Spring Cloud project. SOA UDDA registry where services will be registered having WSDL document. So UDDA registry is called what? Document registry. Documents will be there. But when it comes to what, guys? When it comes to what? Eureka server, it is called no document server. No documents will be placed. Only information about register microservice will be there. No documents will be there. What's the difference between web service, RESTful web service, and what? Microservice. Microservice is extension of RESTful web service or not there. The RESTful web service that is registered with R&D server is called as what? Microservice. Your R&D server is nothing but Eureka server or not? Server is nothing but, what is there? Eureka server. Your R&D server is nothing but what server, guys? Eureka server. Are you comfortable, my dear? Come on, everyone. Are you comfortable, my dear? I hope you're on. Eureka server is no document server. That means it does not contain any XML file or JSON file inside the server. Does not maintain any document having the details of microservice. Service is project name. Instance ID is unique ID. For every instance, one unique instance ID will be generated or not there. Providing instance ID when single instance is there, optional. In that situation, it takes what? Service ID as the instance ID. One project, multiple copies are taken. Multiple instance ID, one service ID. Project name is service ID. For every instance, one instance ID will be. Okay. Suppose only one instance only there for that project. Service ID becomes what? Instance ID or not there. The service ID itself becomes what? Instance ID. Yeah, next one. The host name and port number details will be automatically detected by Eureka server during the process of register or publishment of microservice. Load factor is always what? Current load by max load are not there. Why Netflix Eureka server is called as what? R&D server. Because we register each microservice, that's why register is covered. Okay, one microservice wants to communicate with other microservice. They try to discover that microservice from what? Eureka server. That's the reason it is called what? Discover server, right, boss? Naresh IT website can be called as what? R&D website. Why? Faculty courses are registered there. Students are discovering courses from the same website. Aisa no na, guys. Suppose you are super senior in Amirpet. You are what? Super senior. I want to see senior software engineers, not super seniors of what? Amirpet, right? Okay. Now tell me. If you are a super senior Amirpet, since you know everything, okay. When new people comes, they will register with you. When other new people wants to know about existing new people, again they will approach you, right or not? Because you are a pillar of Amirpet. You are what? Backbone of Amirpet. Okay, no, I think fine. I'm not, let me not hurt you. Okay, fine. Those are celebrating second Ganesh festival in Amirpet. It's a high time to think seriously about stepping out of Amirpet. No, sir, job has not come. Though job has not come, step out from Amirpet. Step out from Amirpet. Move to high-tech city area, Gachibowli area. Try to stay in what? PCs, where working people will be there. So there, different echo, different vibe will be there, right? Not affordable, huh? I think there are budget hostels there also. Fine. So now if your budget supports that again, because there you will get a different network, different mindset people, different vibe people. If you there in Amiripet, same old small beds, ऐसा no na, and same old depression people, same old discouraging people, ऐसा no na, guys. The vibe will not be there. If your budget support, please move to high-tech city area. It's suggested. How many days you will sleep on the bed? Okay, if you sit one end, other end touches. Aisa no na, guys. So that's why my suggestion is move to high-tech city area. Job is there or not there. For job trials also, that's the right place. Fine. If your budget is not there, that's your choice. You have to decide. You have to take a call. Tomorrow 9 o'clock session is fixed. Yes, fixed, guys. If not there, we will assemble in cellar and I will conduct the class. Okay. Fine. Okay. But class is fixed. I don't want to cancel the class because actually I kept the agenda. I should wind up your batch before September touches, but somehow touched. I don't want to drag much. So that's why tomorrow at any cost class will be there. This Saturday, Sunday also you'll be having class. Along with the common topic, I will take regular topic also. Okay. This Saturday, Sunday, along with the common topic, regular topic will be there. Okay. Fine. Okay. Let's come back. Yeah. Let's create R&D server, my dear. Uh, File, new, Spring Starter project. Yeah. Boot MS. What is there? Boot MS. Pros 01. Boot MS Pros 01. Boot MS Pros 01. Give me 1 minute, guys. Give me 1 minute. Boot MS Pros 01. I'm taking it as what? Eureka server. What server, guys? Eureka server. Yeah. Tell me here, what is this? Okay, I have to add Eureka. It's a Eureka server, right? Say next, say finish. Say next, say finish. That's good. Say next, say finish, guys. Boot MS, where is this? This one, huh? Yeah, not that. Boot MS, help me, Ra. First one, huh? Last, huh? I think MVC, MS, REST. Still not created. Array, where it gone? Yeah, here. Yeah, first one, two projects, it will take time. Okay, fine. After that, it will get its own series. First thing, boss, what I am doing is, yeah, I want you people to focus. Server.port is not for server, guys. Based on the starter, it decides the server. If it is H2 starter, it's a database port number. If what? Right now I have not added a web starter. I have added only Eureka starter. So it's going to be Eureka server port number, na? Tomorrow if I add admin server starter, admin server port number, config server starter, config server port number, right? Okay. Eureka server port. What is there, guys? Server dot port. What dot port, guys? Server dot port 8761. Server dot port 8761 is my server port number or not there, guys? See, any number you can give, recommended number is that. Can any number can be given. The recommended number is 8761. Is that clear, my dear? Come on, everyone. This is the recommended number. You can actually give any number, but this is the recommended number to use. Comfortable, my dear, or not there? Super. Okay. Tell me next one. Yeah. Now listen. You know that when you create Eureka server, what's the dependency we got? Eureka server has come. What is the parent project, guys? Spring Boot starter parent, right? Okay. But observe very carefully. Yeah, when I touch this one, better to remove S there. Okay. When you touch this one, this one. Okay. Now open ChatGPT. One important thing I'm going to discuss. See, people writes blindly without having any logic behind it. But I want you people to write those entries with logical thinking, right? Okay. But before that, one real life example. One sweet shop owner is there. His sweets are very popular in the city, right? One of his far relative visiting his house for the first time, brought sweets from his own sweet shop and gifted him and telling, do you know these sweets are very popular? It looks very funny or not there? It looks really, really funny or not there? For the owner of Paradise Hotel, you gifted Paradise Biryani only. How does it looks, guys? It's meaningless, right? It's really, really what? Meaningless. You are from some state. In your state, one food is popular. And that person taken to some restaurant saying that, take this food, this is popular. Then he will laugh or not there. Aisa no na, guys? Same thing here. Microservices will be registered with R&D server. Do you register R&D server with R&D server? It's meaningless or not there? Do you discover R&D server from R&D server? It's meaningless or not there? But the problem, from Spring Boot to Starter Cloud, some properties are inherited to what? Eureka server project. Okay. And from same project, microservice projects also will be developed as a child projects. By keeping microservices in mind, okay, two default values are given for property. One is what? Okay, registerable with Eureka server, true. Discoverable from Eureka server, true. Unfortunately, same two properties also inherited to Eureka server project. Saying what? You are Eureka server project. You are registerable with Eureka server. Is it sounding great? Huh? No. You are Eureka server. You are discoverable from Eureka server. Is it sounding great, guys? Come on, guys. But intention is right. Because if you take microservice architecture project, one Eureka server, so many microservices. Every microservice is registerable, discoverable. Keeping that in mind, the default values for properties are given as what? True, true. So that whenever I develop the microservice project, there is no need of what? Explicitly setting true, true. For it is registerable true, discoverable true, I need not to do because by default inherited and added. But same thing is giving problem when I create what? Eureka server. Why? Because Eureka server registerable with Eureka, default value true. It's meaningless numbers. It's better to make false at least in Eureka server project. And discoverable also better to make it false now, my dear. Discoverable false. Registerable false. Convinced or not, my dear. I want reply from you people. Come on, everyone. Everyone getting my point there or not there, guys? Okay. Let's see what we can do there. You are trying to tell about self-service registration. Arey, wait until I launch Mr. Shekhawat. When I heard your name Shekhawat, I'm recollecting Pushpa villain. Uh, because Shekhawat is popular after Pushpa movie, right? Fine. Actually, uh, what is that? Who is that for? Fazil. He's a great actor, but somehow his services are misused in what? Pushpa movie. He's not utilized up to his potential. That's what I feel. Because yeah, he has played very bad role in that. Not bad role. He's utilized as a comedian come villain kind of thing, right? But he can do better acting or better one. Somehow director miscalculated his talent. Fine, it happens sometimes. Because Pushpa movie itself, Bakwas movie, right? And how it got national award, I really don't know. What the central government is promoting smuggling? Huh? Does the central government promoting smuggling? It's full of lobbying. You observe one thing very carefully. Movie made on Sachin biography, not so successful because he's a positive side person, right? Movie made on Sanjay Dutt, huge collections because he's known for bad things, right? Movie made on Azharuddin, he is also known for controversy and all things, right? So huge hit in the market. Movie made on Charles Shobras, huge hit. Movie made on good people, and we have not watched the movie that is made on what? Gandhi autobiography. That was utter flop movie of those days. What does it sound? Goods does not sell much. Bad only sells like anything. But for that one exceptional case is there. That is a Dhoni movie. Made out of goodness, but somehow end the money. Maybe not because of Dhoni, because for those newly introduced two heroines. Ah, ah, Bag Milka Bag is also not hit movie, right? Huh? Maybe, Michael. Okay. Sierra movie is like that. Sierra movie is towards negative side or positive side? I don't know. I have not watched it. Huh? Okay, whatever it is. Mm. Let it be, guys. Let's come back to the subject. Okay, now let's take ChatGPT support. Nowadays, our life has become with the ChatGPT, right? Yeah. But listen, lots of people think that no need of learning. No, you have to learn only for tips and enhancement only ChatGPT. Basic subject you should always have. And if you don't know, there is a Spring Cloud starter. If there is no Maven inheritance, what you will search and what you will ask. Yes or no, na guys? Yeah, tell me. Spring Boot Cloud project. One minute, Rabab. Spring Boot starter cloud details. Spring Boot starter cloud details. Are you getting my point there, guys? Yeah, check it out here. Mhm. Let's go to previous one. Starter cloud project project properties. I searched something I forgot. Yeah. 1 minute, 1 minute was 1 minute. How to give those things? Spring Boot cloud project project properties with default values. With default values. Yeah, listen, guys. Eureka dot client dot register with Eureka. What is there? True. Eureka dot client dot fetch registry. What is there? What is the default value, my dear? In Spring Cloud project, default value is what? True. Okay. They are good while dealing with microservices, right? But when you are creating Eureka server itself, if these two properties are inherited as it is to Eureka server, are you agreeing my Eureka server will be registered with Eureka server? Are you agreeing my Eureka server is fetchable from Eureka server? Say something, my dear. I want reply from you people. Got the clarity or not there, guys? Okay, that's good. Now let's see, guys. Maven dependencies. Application dot properties, guys. What dot properties? Application dot properties. Tell me. Yeah. Disable default values coming from the Spring Boot cloud project. Spring Boot cloud project. Because we cannot say Eureka server itself. What is there? Registrable with Eureka server. And what is there? Fetchable with Eureka server. Registerable with Eureka server and fetchable with what? Eureka server. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Registerable with Eureka server and fetchable with what? Eureka server. Eureka dot, what is there? Client dot, Eureka dot client dot, register with Eureka. Okay, thank you. 11 to 1 room free. ఈ క్లాస్ అంతే. Yeah, tomorrow class is there 9 o'clock and room is also same room. Okay. Eureka dot client dot register with Eureka what? True. Eureka dot tell me. Client dot fetch registry. Fetch registry false. Sorry. Default is true, guys. I change it to false. From parent project, true is coming. True means what? Registerable, this one. Are being a Eureka server, how it is registerable with Eureka server? Being a Eureka server, how it is fetchable from Eureka server? I have taken time, but I hope you are understanding meaning of those things. So what's the use of those default value? Think about you are developing microservice. For microservice also, Spring Cloud project is parent project. That time, each microservice is registerable with Eureka server. We can continue default value as it is now, boss. Each microservice is discoverable or fetchable from Eureka server. You can happily continue the default value as it is now, my dear. Come on, my dear. Convinced or not, my dear? Okay, see this. Number one, what is this? Step number one, Eureka server dependency. Okay, now listen. To tell to IOC container, don't treat as a normal Spring Boot application. Treat it as a Eureka server. On the top of the main class, you should add enable Eureka server or not there. You must add, what is there? Enable Eureka server. You must add enable Eureka server. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on, everyone. Super. That's good. Create. Fantastic, guys. Enable Eureka server. Spring Boot application. What application? Spring Boot application. Fine. Okay. That's good. Tell me next one. Application.property. Server.port 8761. Okay. What is there? False. False. Okay. Now tell me. Spring Cloud project, parent project, available in what? Maven Central Repository. What are the default values for this project, guys? True is there, right? Okay, MS1. MS1. I'm again continuing true now, boss. But my question is, anyhow, inherited properties. Is there any need of again writing true, guys? We need not write like this because they will come from Spring Cloud parent project directly because it is MS1. MS2 I am not writing, default value continued. MS3 I am not writing, default value continued. This is project 10. What is this? Eureka server. This is project 10. What is that, guys? Eureka server. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Yeah, project 10. This is what? Eureka server. Contains MS1, MS2, MS3 details, guys. Come on. Eureka.client.register with Eureka false. Register with what? Fetch registry false. Mandatory to write in what? Eureka server project. I think now you convinced, boss. Okay, here I have given great explanation. See, all the three MS we are publishing to Eureka server. For all the projects, for Eureka server, MS project, common parent project is what? Spring Cloud. Default values for those two properties are true. They are good to continue in MS. They are bad to continue in what? Eureka server. And why default value true? Why? Because in one MS architecture project, one Eureka server and lot of MS will be there. So in lot of MS, true value is required. That's why they are giving default value true. In Eureka server, okay, only one server will be there. There they will people will keep what? False manual. I think you understood their thought process behind it, guys. Once again, Maven inheritance. So far, we thought that because of Maven inheritance, the jars of parent project will come to child project. No, no, not only jars, plugins, properties also will come. Plugins and what? Properties also will come. See, guys, Every MS project should be kept ready to register with what? Eureka server. Since we cannot register Eureka server project itself with Eureka server, so we need to make default value what? True. Inherited from what? Spring Cloud project for Eureka.client.register with Eureka property as false in Eureka server project. What project, guys? In Eureka server project, you have to keep it false or not there, guys. Eureka.client.register with Eureka false, guys. Convinced, my dear? Come on. Every MS project should be kept ready for discovery or fetching from communication while registering with what? Eureka server. Since Eureka server project itself cannot be kept ready for what? Fetching or discovery. So we need to make default value what? True. We need to make default true inherited from Spring Cloud project for what? Fetch registry as fall in Eureka server project. Same thing now, boss. So that's the reason I have taken that sweet shop example or paradise example. Yes, my dear. For remaining all people, paradise biryani good can be inherited as it is. But okay, in the paradise hotel owner itself, there is no need of what? Keeping it. You have to change that value or not there. Fine. I think you convinced with my explanation. Nothing. This is done means Eureka server is ready. Okay, and server.port I kept. Server.port kept in web application becomes what? Embedded server port number. Server.port kept in Eureka server project becomes what? Eureka server port number. Server.port kept in what? Admin server project becomes what? Admin server port number. What server port number? Are you getting my point? Come on, everyone. Yeah, server.port. Server.port. Here is what? Server dot. Comfortable or not there, guys? Comfortable or not there, guys? Come on, everyone. Super, guys. The recommended port number is 8761. Eureka server running on 8761 port number. We need not to mention port number in what? Number of Eureka server in microservice. And every microservice should be registered. No? There is no need of port number. If we add Spring Web Starter project, then we get Tomcat server as what? Embedded server. If we add Eureka server starter to the project, then we get what? Eureka server as the embedded server. Everyone getting my point here, guys? Convinced or not, my dear? Got the clarity or not there, guys? Okay, that's great. Okay, now let me test, guys, whether it is working or not. Right click, run as Java application. Right click, run as Java application. Let me show the console. Yeah, it's running as a Spring Boot project. Actually, it's done. It's done, guys. It's running as a Spring Boot project only. Yeah, tell me, guys. Let me show 4041 enter key. 4041 enter key. Acha 8761. 8761. What's that, guys? 8761. Got it, guys? Application this. Right now, no instances are currently there. But we are getting basic home page of Eureka server or not? Okay, right now no instances are available because I have not registered any microservice with this. So this is Eureka server. Sir, how does it is Eureka server? Our web starter is not there. It is not Tomcat, embedded Tomcat. Same thing. Eureka starter is added. That's why it has become what? Eureka server. Convinced, my dear? Come on. Someone is asking. What is the question they are asking, guys? So 9 to 11 or 9 to 12:30. Shekhawat, it is 9 to 11, 10:30. Not even 11. 9 to 10:30 only. Happy, huh? Okay. Fine. Pushpa Shekhawat. Fine. Okay. Now let's go to the next level. Now let's see. We develop one dummy microservice, not so serious. One simple microservice. And we try to see how to register microservice with what? Eureka server. What is the difference between REST API and microservice? REST API is independent API. Nowhere, no need to register with any Eureka server because it is identified with its URL directly. But every microservice is REST controller or REST API registered with what? Eureka server. Simply or literally registered with what server, guys? Eureka server. Are you getting my point there, guys? Convinced or not, my dear? Okay, that's great. See this? MS1 registered, MS2 registered, MS3 registered. Since it is registered, same MS is discoverable for other MS or not there? I registered courses. Someone is what? Accessing courses. That's why for you it is discoverable. And restaurants are registered with the Swiggy. Customers are what? Able to discover the restaurants or not? Customers are able to discover the restaurants or not there. So somehow Swiggy platform is looking like a R&D server for us. There are some beautiful slogans, guys. You observe. Uber has not owned single car, but it has become what? World's largest cab service booking company. Swiggy has not owned a single restaurant, single kitchen. It has become what? India's biggest. Okay, what is that? Food order booking organization. Okay, next. Rapido has not owned single bike or single vehicle, but it has become what? Like India's biggest two-wheeler, four-wheeler, no one is preferring Rapido. For two-wheeler, they are preferring Rapido like anything, right? And I'm very happy to see, I'm really appreciating. Uh, Generally, girls hesitate to sit on backside of the vehicle, right? But after avail of Rapido service, so they are just picking up, booking, and they are sitting back and going here and there. I have seen multiple times, right? Okay, multiple times, just compared to boys, because anyhow boys own two-wheelers, right? For them, not that much required, right? Okay, so that shows like how people dynamically changing. Yeah, and I know there is a budget issue also. That's why they are preferring. There is a budget issue also. That's why they are preferring. Okay, so the people who cannot afford these cab services, they are preferring what? Rapido services. That's good. It's again, see, why I'm telling this one, Tata, Birla, Ambani. Earlier, we used to think that business means they only should money, they only should put money, they only should get the business. Others cannot start because muscle and money power they have. But after arrival of technology power, guys, they are stepping back. They are definitely money and muscle power is not working out. You create a great platform of technology and with the proper advertisement, sometimes even advertisement is not required. Through mouth talk only, it is becoming popular. Rapido never done any advertisement, right? At least Uber, Ola people do advertisement. Rapido very less advertisement. Maybe on the launching time, little advertisement they have done, right? After that, it's mouth to mouth because of services, and that too in city traffic conditions compared to cab. Bike is very fast to reach the destination, right? And for girls kind of thing, cab means a closed environment, right? Some security issues might be there. Bike is always what? Open environment. Security issues are very, very less. Yes or no, na, guys? Because of that, the service got picked up more than they expected. At the time of launching, they felt we may reach good amount of business after certain years, right? But they have got break even or whatever basic investment they kept. Within 8 to 9 months only, they got the break even. And by seeing that Uber, Ola people also started allowing bikes in that business, but they have not got that much reputation because these people app is so accurate and so perfect. Fine, let's come back to the subject. Why I'm telling this one? It's now technology driven era. It's not money driven era or muscle power driven era. It's a technology driven era. If you have a great technology platform, great application platform with little investor support, you can make that one as a big brand. That possibility is there. Okay, guys. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, sir. If it is 8761, while registering microservice, you have to mention port number and other detail. If it is 8761, you have to mention minimum details. That's why it's recommended to take 8761. It's a recommended only, not mandatory. It's a recommended, not the mandatory. One thing I want to say, if port number is our Eureka server other than 8761, then we have to register other services manually with Eureka server. Not others, other services, other microservices. While registering microservices, you have to mention my port numbers and other details manually. If not 8761, it's a recommended, it's not mandatory. Tomcat server is web server, whereas where we deploy and manage web application. Eureka server is what? R&D server, where microservices will be registered and what? Discovered. Eureka server internally uses what? Tomcat platform to behave like what? Server. But it is different server for a different purpose. Can we run Spring Boot application without application.properties or what? YML file. Spring Boot application. Yes. Only basic applications we can run. Other than basic applications, we cannot run. Are you getting my point? Yes, possible. Only basic application. Note. In all advanced module application, we need the support of what? Application.properties or what? YML file. So in Windows OS, how can we find out the busy port numbers? We can find out the busy port numbers like this. We can get the busy port numbers like this or not there. Okay, there is a command called netstat-a. What do you mean by netstat-a, guys? What do you mean by netstat-a? Network statistics-a means all. Network statistics-a means all. All services will be listed out or not there. All services will be listed out or not, my dear. Clear, my dear. Got the point, my dear. I want reply, guys. Super. Okay. Why 8761 is the recommended port number for what? Netflix Eureka R&D server. If the port number of Eureka server is 8761, we need not to specify port number in microservice project registration. URL in order to register them with what? R&D server. Generally not required. Not only that, other details also we can write minimum details. That's a recommended only, not the mandatory number. Okay. Okay, let's ask ChatGPT what it says. Already open, huh? This one? Yeah. Why 8761 is the recommended port number for Netflix Eureka, sir? Netflix Eureka, sir. Eight seven six one look like Eureka. Looks like Eureka. 8761 descending sequence, easy to recall. Many tutorial books, Spring Cloud samples adopted it, right? Avoids common conflicts. 80808081, all eights are already common used web app application servers, right? Okay. Since earlier Spring Cloud example by Pivotal team, it become commonly wide standard. Commonly wide standard. Most developer expect Eureka dashboards on what? 8761. It is not mandatory. It is what? 8761 is not mandatory. It is widely adopted convention chosen by Netflix and carried forward in what? Spring Cloud. Because of because it's easy to remember, avoids conflicts, and becomes what? Community standard. Okay, becomes what? Community standard. It's only recommendation, guys, not mandatory. Is that clear, my dear? Come on. It's a recommendation, it's not mandatory. Okay, that's good. Yeah, Java stable version. Stable versions are also called LTS versions, na boss? LTS means what? Long term support, long term support. Long time support. 8, 11, 17, 21. I think after that 24 is becoming another stable version. 25, okay, maybe. LTS, long time support. Fine. 25 they are planning to release as what? LTS version. But up to this 21 only, industry standard is 17 or 21. All recent projects are using either 17 or what? 21. Okay, let it be, guys. Okay, now listen. I would like to develop one microservice and I want to register that microservice with what? Eureka server. This is my requirement. Okay, file, open, file, guys. Publishing microservice. Yeah, multiple microservices are published with Eureka server, my dear. Come on. Come on, guys. 3 microservices are published or not there. Okay, but tell me, how does normal RESTful web service becomes microservice? When you do 3 things, guys. Number 1, you need to add one starter. Spring Boot starter Eureka client. Array, microservice should become Eureka client, na? Number 2, enable Eureka client or discovery client. Old version Eureka client, discovery client. That's number 2. Number 3, you have to specify URL for registration in the application.property. Remaining all are same as RESTful web service. Remaining everything is same as what? RESTful web service. Only these 3 things we have to do. You can take any old REST API, you can do by adding these 3 things, we can do it. Number 1, Eureka server starter, Eureka client starter, or discovery client or Eureka client starter. Enable discovery client on the top of main class. And in application.properties, anyhow, you won't touch them because default values is registerable and discoverable. You don't touch them. Okay, boss? That's great, guys. Come on. Enable discovery client, all this stuff. File new. What is this? File new. Where is this? Spring Starter project. What project, guys? Spring Starter. I'm taking 01 only. Pros 01 only I'm taking. Okay. I'm taking MS. Because MS, what is there? Wish API MS. Any name you can give. Okay, I should be in a position to run in both environments. 21, all this good. Not Spring Boot batch, guys. Spring Boot Cloud. Spring Boot Cloud is nowhere related to AWS and what other thing. Spring Boot Cloud is what? Developing microservice architecture projects, nothing else. Simply, literally developing what, guys? Microservice architecture projects. Say next. What is next one? Say next. Okay, now Eureka client. Eureka client. Okay, my small suggestion, guys. While creating microservice project, don't add dev tools. Why? Don't add dev tools. Why? If you want to create 2, 3 instances for same MS, you have to change the port number. If you add dev tools, this change will reflect to old instance also. If change is reflected to old instance port number is changed, we will lose running on old port number. This is one intelligent thought. No book will tell, no internet will tell. You should not add dev tools. Why? Suppose I have taken 10 instances. I will create 10 instances by changing port number. Can you make all instances running on same port number? Not possible. You have to change port number. If you use dev tools, what happens? It will reflect to existing instance. Existing instance is disturbed and new instance port number is already occupied by old instance. So can you create multiple instances? Bulb glowna or tube light? Glowna, not glowna. Simple theory, ra. What dev tools will do? Recognize the source code changes and reflects to the existing one. Right? Okay. Already one instance is there running on 9090 port number. I want to create a second instance. What is there? I run the same project with 9191 port number. Dev tool is there. What happened? When you change the source code, it will reflect the existing instance. Na? So when existing instance is moved to 9191, how new instance runs on 9191? Problem or not? How does new instance runs on 9191? Problem or not, guys? Say something, my dear. Got the clarity or not? Guys, give me 2 minutes. Right. Come on. So we should not add dev tools if you have a plan of creating multiple instances. I have a plan of creating multiple instances, boss. I'm not going to add what? Dev tools. Okay, that's good. Fine. So say what? Finish. Yeah, that's great, guys. Fine. Close it. First of all, Wish API MS. Okay, Wish API MS. Chota villain, focus. Focus, focus. Where is your brain? Okay. At the rate, what is there? Enable. At the rate, enable. What is there? Eureka client. Eureka client is gone, guys. It's gone. Discovery client. At the rate, enable discovery client. That's good. Next one is what, guys? Resources. Application dot properties. What dot properties, guys? Application dot properties. Array, this is not server port number. This is MS port number. MS port number means embedded Tomcat port number indirectly, right? MS port. Nothing but what? Embedded Tomcat port. Embedded Tomcat port. What is there? 9090. What is there? 909. MS port number, embedded Tomcat port number. Server dot port is equal to 9090. Are you getting my point here, my dear? Come on. Understanding my statement, guys? Okay, that's good. Great. Yeah. Embedded Tomcat server. What server? Embedded Tomcat server port number. That's good. Tell me next one. What is the next story, guys? Register with specify URL. No, I need not to say this MS is registerable with Eureka server, fetchable with what? Eureka server. Why? Already default values true and they are inherited. If you keep also, you have to write the same values again, right? Specify, what is there? Eureka server URL. Specify Eureka server URL. Eureka dot client dot default default hyphen zone service URL dot tell me default hyphen zone is equal to HTTP localhost 8761. What 7, guys? Eureka dot client dot service hyphen URL default zone http colon slash slash localhost 8761. Are you getting my point there, guys? Super. Tell me, my dear, I want reply. This is important. This is important. Actually, no, 8761 slash one fixed path is there, Eureka. You can collect from internet also. You can collect. See, 8761 is like widely used, not mandatory one, just recommended one. For easy purpose, guys. It's easy to identify, nothing else. Okay. This MS port number, guys, nothing but embedded Tomcat server port number. Okay. Starter is added, annotation is kept, and we mentioned URL by connecting to Eureka server, how to communicate. Okay. Now I have to develop my microservice, my dear. Nothing but REST controller. Yes. Package com dot nt dot not REST. I will go for MS. Only rest means no need of registering. After doing all the things, it becomes what? MS. It is not just rest, it becomes what? MS. New, what is there? Class. New, what is there, guys? Class. New, what is there, guys? Class. New, what is there? Class. Tell me here. What is there, guys? Fine. Wish message. Wish message generator API. Wish message generator API. Wish message generator API. Okay. Here is my wish message generator now, my dear. Okay. Wish message generator API. Here is my wish message generator API. At the rate REST controller. Global path. At the rate request mapping. Slash wish API. Slash wish API. Are you getting my point there? Public response entity string. What is there? Show wish message. What is there, guys? Show wish message. That's good. At the rate get mapping slash message. Slash message. If you want, this is REST API only. Regular endpoints only, nothing great. Only what? Registration with Eureka server is extra. For that one only, we have written all additional entries. Okay, now listen. String message is equal to. See, I don't follow all these nonsense, guys. When you meet someone for the first time, we keep the good morning message or not there. Good morning. Tell me, guys. Wish message. What is that, guys? Wish message. Tell me. Generate. Okay. Return response entity object. What object, guys? Return response entity object. Return new. Return new response entity string. Where is this message? HTTP status dot OK. HTTP status dot OK. Are you getting my point there, guys? At the rate REST controller request mapping slash wish API get mapping message string message is equal to good morning return new response entity string message comma HTTP status dot. Comfortable, my dear? Come on, everyone. Getting my point there or not there, guys? Okay, that's good. I think we are ready with this, right? Okay, I have chosen different port number also. Okay, Eureka server is in stopped mode. First, let me start the Eureka server. Here I am running the Eureka server project. Here I am running the Eureka server project. That's good. Tell me next one. Wish API. What API? Wish API. Right click, run as Java application. Right click, run as Java application. Right click, run as Java application. Tell me. 8761. What is there? 8761. Okay. Now you observe, guys. How many instances are there? One instance is there, right? Okay, that's good. Only one instance is there. Okay, I'll talk about actuator 9090 wish-hyphen API slash message. We are getting output good morning or not. If you want, you can test from what? Postman tool also. Okay. But that is not an interesting thing, guys. The interesting thing is I would like to have another instance of it. Okay, anyhow, I have not taken DevTools. Can I take 9091? Save it. Okay, it won't reflect in existing one, guys. Run as Java application. Having this port number, one more instance is created, and that instance will be registered with Eureka server or not. And that instance will be registered with Eureka server or not. That's great, guys. Tell me, here is my Eureka, guys. Refresh. Second instance has come now, my dear. 909190. You click on it. You click on it. 9091. Wish API. What API? Wish API slash message. Again, we are getting good morning message or not? Again, we are getting good morning. Like this, we can create any number of instances, my dear. Any number of instances. But listen carefully, guys. I want to have instance ID for what? Each instance. Because instance ID for what? Each instance. Okay. Just go to this place. Go to application.properties. Go back to original. Stop everything, guys. 9090. That is service ID. Project name becomes service ID or not there? Service ID. Okay. Now I will keep what? Wish API MSC is my service ID. Okay. Now I am looking for what? Instance ID. What ID, guys? Instance. One or other key will be there. Who bothered about that? Okay. Come to this chat GPT. Property name in MS project to specify instance ID. What ID? Instance ID. To specify instance ID. What is there? Property name in application. Property name in application dot property. Something has come now, guys. Okay. Now let's see. Say paste. Eureka dot instance ID. Application name. Wish API MS is the application name. Plus, tell me next one. Okay, I don't want to have this, guys. Directly, I want to put the random number. Directly, I would like to put what? Random value. Application name colon random value. So random value will become instance ID or not? Okay, but to get the feeling, yes. To get the feeling, this instance ID is only giving output. Here, what I do is environment dot. Oh, this environment is not there. Fine, 1 minute, leave it. Private string. Okay, what is there? Instance hyphen ID. Instance hyphen ID. At the rate, hyphen is not allowed, right? At the rate value, tell me. Double quote open, dollar flower bracket opening and what? Closing. Tell me. Eureka dot. Eureka dot. Not Eureka ra babu. Not Eureka Sureka. It is what? Eureka dot instance ID. Eureka dot dot instance hyphen ID. Okay, here I will try to put what is there? Instance hyphen ID. Instance hyphen ID. I'm just trying to display the instance ID, guys, nothing. Okay, let's test it. Let's test it again. First start Eureka server. Java application. What application, guys? Java application. Yeah, tell me next one. Wish API. What API? Wish API. Run as, what is there? Java application. Run as Java application. Yeah, this is my first instance or not there. Okay, this is my 9090. Now I'm changing port number, guys. I'm changing port number. Actually, if you want, you can attach port number also in the instance ID. That's up to you. You can attach port number. A random value is a predefined property. Java application. Total how many instances are taken? 3. Two instances. Now you go to Eureka server tab. Say refresh. Eureka server tab. Say refresh. Only one instance has come. Now total 2 instances has come. This is the random number that is generated now, my dear. This is the random number that is generated or not there. Okay, fine. First one, second one, anything. Okay, to avoid that confusion only, it's better to put what? Port number in the instance ID. Okay. Message. We're getting output there or not there. We're simply getting output there or not there. Okay. Like this, we can create multiple instances. Now you understood what do you mean by instance, guys? Okay, it's giving output from second one, guys. So like this, we created Eureka server and we registered Eureka server with what? Sorry, we registered microservice with Eureka server. If you have a RESTful web service, microservice is going to be really difficult, guys. Then why are you not writing those two properties? Are default value true and we want true also. Every microservice is registered with Eureka server, fetchable from Eureka server. Default value true and inherited value also true. Only registration URL you have to mention. Why? 8761 is not a fixed port number. It can be any port number. And it's not a default port number also. It is another number that is widely used. Come on, guys. In our society, what happens, guys? One small rumor will be created by passing. It will become reality or not there. Aisa no na. Somewhere two celebrities are shown together. One YouTuber writes, they are together, something happening. Other YouTuber says, compared to that fella, you should get more views means what? You'll say, it's confirmed something happened. Aisa no na, guys. Lastly, what happens, guys? For last YouTuber, remaining YouTubers are the reference. When this much struggle is there, mainstream newspapers also, mainstream news channels also comes into picture. Except to those two people, everyone knows they are in relation. Aisa no na, guys. So that means what? It is rumor has become somehow reality. World accept reality, but accept those two people, everyone accept. Same thing. 8761 initially in few example they have used. Tutorials also started using same thing. And it has become what? Recommended port number, not the default port number. It is not a default, it's a recommended. Port number is mandatory to give, any number you can give, but recommended is what? 876. It's a decremental, na? 8761. Pronunciation wise easy. Only for rhythm they have given. And remaining other port numbers are quite clashes coming. That's why they have come up with this. Convinced, guys? Okay. This is about the whole mechanism, guys. Right. So let's see. Yeah, here is what? 7 a.m. Spring Boot microservice. Okay, tomorrow when we meet, we will see how to go for intra communication between microservices. This project, whatever I am creating, is a base for next 5, 6 projects. If you miss tomorrow's class, it will affect what? Next 5, 6 applications. Right? Okay, I know timing is different, but you have to come. If you come, that base project is ready and that can be used in what? Multiple places. Intra communication between microservices we are seeing. Are you started enjoying microservices, guys? You already got the idea. Nothing is there in microservice. It's